Wait for
someone. Maybe. Is there anyone waiting?
Look.
Oh, that's cool.
We are coming to you live from North Myrtle Beach. You may be tuning in for the replay. And if you are, hello. Right now we're waiting for some folks to join us live. So we'll start getting into things in just a few minutes.
Yep.
Hopefully no more fireworks go off right next to us.
A bomb went off.
Out and About Science with Mr. G is the first one here. He says, OMG.
Good evening.
How's it going, Steven? We got two. Good to see you.
Yes.
This is a person I actually met earlier this summer at the
okay.
meetup.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Getting to meet him and hang out with him some.
Yeah. Hope someone else is there. Or is that counting you?
It doesn't count me.
Oh, so someone hasn't chatted yet. They're watching.
Ooh, they're lurking.
Yeah. What's this all about?
Out and about. How is the audio for this? Can you hear me? I've got a microphone hooked up, but there's like wind and waves and stuff like that. RJ is here. Alicia is here. Hello.
Hello.
RJ was lurking.
The lurker.
Guys, let me know how the sound is. I've never done a live stream quite like this before.
Yeah. Yep. There's a firework.
There's fireworks
Maybe you
going
heard
off.
that. There's also a blues band in that direction.
Yeah, that's probably pretty hard to hear.
Yeah, you probably can't hear that. There's people out with metal detectors and people fishing with nets.
Somebody has to be the lurker. I guess so. So we're coming to you all live from North Myrtle Beach, and this live stream is just for fun. You know, I know it says UFO watch. We're not really expecting to see.
No, I saw a plane.
See anything, but I do want to let you know that there is a little bit of reasoning behind why we're here, and that is that North Myrtle Beach, specifically Cherry Grove, which we're not in Cherry Grove, but it is nearby.
Which is a little bit
that way. Yeah. These areas are known for UFO activity. Okay, there's been a ton of reports of lights appearing out over the ocean and things going down the beach, light forms going down the beach as well.
So if something happens to us and time freezes here, you're going to see that.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I just ruined your whole live stream with an X-Files reference.
Well, I didn't get it, so. But yeah. So we're just kind of here to have fun, and kind of do an update live stream too, because I haven't been live since June. And just talk and spend some time together on this lovely Saturday evening. If we do happen to see something in the sky, which I do see something right now, but that's a plane.
Yeah, that was probably the plane that I saw earlier.
We will try to turn the live stream around. We actually will take it off of us in a little while, just to let you all look out into oblivion, into darkness as well. But we also we're ready with our recorders just in case something unusual happens.
I've got a bunch of cameras here too.
So yes, there have been a lot of UFO sightings in this area that have been documented, and there are YouTube videos about this area. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, and you have some time to kill, on YouTube, search UFO sightings Cherry Grove or North Myrtle Beach, and you'll start to see some footage come up of things that people have recorded out over the water and on the beach. There's quite a few videos actually, so if you're interested, check that out.
And there's another plane or helicopter or something out that way too.
American Explorer is here. Hey, American Explorer, thank you for joining us. Let's see. Yes, it's all in good fun today. So, also, I'm going to be... Dan is here. Hey, Dan. Adam, how are you? I haven't talked to you in a while. I hope your move went okay and everything's going all right for you. I know you had some big changes coming up last time I talked to you. I also have this, which I will do a little bit later. It's called Martian Poop Soda. Now, I know that sounds disgusting. I think it's actually berry flavored. So this really isn't one of those like try a gross soda, like grass flavored or dirt flavored like they actually have, and blood and boogers. It's not like that. This is actually probably going to be pretty good. They just decided to market it in a strange way. Apparently Martian poop is green. So we have that, and maybe some other surprises coming up during this stream. But thank you guys for being here and hanging out with us. It's good to see everybody.
What's up?
It's like the scream thing.
Yeah.
I got some cool stuff on to commemorate this live stream or to celebrate being out here tonight. This is hard to do. Okay. This is an alien face. And I also have some really rad necklaces. This is like a yin and yang alien. You found this, didn't you? At the flea market, you pointed it out, and I was like, that's awesome. Remember. This.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
okay,
sorry, I was holding the wrong one.
Yeah.
It's like an alien face, but it's yin and yang. It's totally 90s. And then I have this little, what does this one say?
I'll have to use the light.
Okay.
Have a spacey day.
Have a spacey day, y'all.
It in the dark.
It does.
Ooh. We're gonna hit this with some light. Ooh.
Well, we could turn this off.
Yeah. Ooh.
Have a spacey day, or in our case, have a spacey night. So I'm ready.
I see spaceships.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight. Something else I will share with you all. I gotta tell them though that I have an experience.
Oh, that's right.
To actually share. So I know not everybody's into this, and I wouldn't say that I'm an alien enthusiast or a UFO enthusiast or anything like that. I do think it's fun to think about, and I mean, honestly, with how vast the universe is, there's got to be something else out there. I mean, that's just my opinion. What do you think?
Live long and prosper.
I don't know. We don't know. None of us know. But I am going to share something with you. And that is that, I guess, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I would say, I was here with my daughter and my mom and dad as well, and some other family members. We were staying in Cherry Grove, and I was just sitting out on the balcony. I don't remember what I was doing, just hanging out at night, just chilling. And I saw a light starting to move down the beach. It was really high up. I guess I was on, I don't know, maybe the third or fourth floor of the place, and it was a little bit higher than me, kind of floating down the beach. And it was just an orb, or like a perfect 3D circle, like a ball of light. Not super bright light. It was kind of dim and transparent. And it was just floating along the beach like that. So naturally, I'm like, well, other people in my condo need to come and look at this. So I called my dad out, who is the biggest skeptic ever and has every like explanation you could ever think of for what it was. I called him out there to look at it, and he saw it with his own eyes. I called my mom to look at it. She saw it. A couple other people in the house saw it as well. And we were just all standing out there, like, kind of like, what the heck is that floating down the beach like that? And my dad, he says all this stuff. He says, it's swamp gas. That's my favorite one. Swamp gas.
Gas came together, formed a perfect sphere, and was glowing in the dark.
Yes.
And projecting light everywhere.
Yes.
So there was radioactive.
Yes. So RJ thinks he remembers me telling him this story. I probably did. Swamp gas, yes. American Explorer says he thinks there has to be other civilizations out there. They may or may not be as technologically advanced as us. Yeah, they could be light years ahead of us. Yeah.
They could be in a cloaked vessel right now.
RJ says he believes there is something else out there. He says, I don't think any of us will really ever know for sure.
Well, on this subject, lately, if you guys have been watching the news, okay, and I know a lot of people don't like to watch the news these days, but the Pentagon, I've seen the Pentagon or the military, so the military has been releasing that every now and then, oh, we have this video footage, by the way, and we don't know what that is flying around. So there's some stuff that they're starting to admit now. And also the Netflix has done a UFO miniseries that's out, documentary miniseries on right now. And anybody with Netflix might want to tune into it. I think it's like 6 episodes. It's pretty good.
Dan says he had an experience flashing lights behind him while driving, but no car behind him. So he couldn't explain that.
My mother had a similar experience in upstate New York, leaving not JFK Airport, but one of the others. And when they were driving on the Taconic Parkway, it may have been JFK Airport, by the way, but and anybody that's like gone up the Taconic Parkway in New York, like when you're coming out of New York City, it's at a certain point it gets to be the country pretty quick, and it gets to be a little windy sometimes, and sometimes it's just nobody out there at the middle of the night, and that's basically what happened. I think, remember what my mother said is she was with her brother and one of her sisters, I think. And anyway, something basically came down behind them and then went away. So
let's see what else they're saying. They're saying a lot. Adam doesn't rule out anything anymore. Dan has never seen one. I'm sure they're around.
Yeah, and I've never seen anything personally either, But I don't know. I guess I'm like Mulder. I want to believe.
RJ says, I saw years ago as a kid 3 lights slowly come together late at night and come into one light and take off fast in a big circular motion.
And that is like a common report right there.
That's a common report for here. And that's actually, I didn't finish telling about my little experience, and there is more to that, but let me finish reading this first. RJ says, my stepdad told me a story of seeing a UFO flying over his elementary school in broad daylight in Philadelphia when he was a kid back in the 50s.
Oh my, that one may be in that episode, or one of those episodes of that program I just talked about on Netflix. There was some stuff on that.
Stuff on what?
That
about a UFO flying over an elementary school?
Yeah, it was something like that.
In Philadelphia?
It may have been. I don't remember. But check that out.
Dan says it was weird. I actually stopped and got out of the car. He was on a back country road. American Explorer, there's video of fighters off the East Coast tracking an object traveling at extreme high speed. The pilot was having to use his auto track to keep it on his screen.
Yes. I think that's like the main one that they've been talking about lately. I think it's from 2017 or something like that.
RJ saw it above his house from his bedroom window. Adam says, never rule out anything and expect the unexpected. Yes. So, yeah, so on the same night, really at the same time as this orb thing was going down the beach that my family and I saw, we also looked out over the ocean and we saw the lights like lining up, kind of stacking, like there was 3 and then there was 2 above it, and then they kind of hung out there for a second and then they disappeared. So we also saw that. And it's crazy because my dad is such a skeptic. Like he's just like, I don't believe in UFOs or anything like that. There's nothing else out there. And I'm like, well, what, how do you explain what you saw? And he comes up with stuff, but it's almost like you can tell he's not really sure. So I don't know. I mean, he's the only person that I know that's actually at kind of, but he's admitted to seeing an unidentified flying object. He has also admitted to seeing maybe what was a ghost. Do you remember that story?
Yeah, I don't remember the particulars, but I remember you telling me.
Well, I mean, he told me back when he was young, he was out with some friends at night and they were walking along a railroad track and he saw like a ghostly kind of apparition with the form of a man or a body with a light, like a railroad lantern. Like, hand me that. This kind. We have right here, but it's LED, of course. He saw a figure like that actually walk through, like move through his friend. He was walking with somebody else and he saw this figure coming with a lantern and it actually moved through his friend, just right through him like that. And I'm like, well, Dad, what do you think that was? He's like, I don't know. It's just something I saw. But he swears to not believing in the paranormal, ghosts and things like that. He doesn't believe, and he doesn't believe in UFOs. But it kind of makes me believe in them more because like he's so dead fast about like this stuff doesn't exist, but he also tells me he saw these things. He just has no explanation for it.
Okay, back to the Netflix series. I actually want to see if I can flash this up here. If we can get it not to reflect. Okay. That's
just
the
tell
program.
Tell them what the name of it is.
Top secret UFO projects declassified. Okay. And it just came out either the end of last month or the beginning of this month.
All right. RJ says you have to think he grew up in that generation when a lot of UFO sightings happened. Hold on just a second. Somebody's texting me and blocking the screen. He grew up in that generation when a lot of UFO sightings happened and got covered up by the government. There's another video of an object being tracked from a Navy ship. It slowly descended until it submerged in the sea and moved at a very high rate of speed underwater. So let me go back and say something else about my dad. And this is a debate. I mean, we could really get into it with this, but the main reason why he doesn't believe that stuff is because he is Christian, and he says that there's nobody else out there. It's just Earth, us, God created us, and that's it. There's no aliens, there's nothing written about that in the Bible, and it's just us, But I know a lot of people who are also Christians who do believe it's not just us out there, So, I mean, we could really get into a debate there, but that's his number one reason. It's not really like because the government's trying to hide anything or, it's because he's very devout in Christianity and he just doesn't think that kind of stuff happens.
Right.
So, but I know some of you on here are also Christians, and you guys explore the possibility that there could be something else out there. It's definitely up for debate. So they're talking about Project Blue Book.
Yeah, that is in the program I talked about. Anybody that's ever watched any documentaries, read any books about UFOs, everybody knows about Project Blue Book, which was the first research project I think the government did on unidentified flying objects, and that was the title of the program.
My phone is on Do Not Disturb. Texts still come up. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was my mom though, so I need
I
to
may got some of the particulars off on the Project Blue Book, but yeah, they have a new name for the project now, and they don't call them UFOs anymore, and I can't remember the new acronym for that. So, but yeah, if you're into this kind of thing, you might like to watch that documentary. I don't know what else to say.
So yeah, so it actually is my mom that's texting me, and I'm trying to keep in contact with her because my cousin, she's about 6 years younger than me. She is currently in labor having a baby right now. So it's her first baby, my little cousin. So I'm getting updates from my mom. It's just that when they come up, it like blocks what I'm doing, but I still want them to be there because I want to hear about my cousin Katie. American Explorer, he says he's a Christian too, but he still believes it's not just us. If true, Jesus died for them too. Whosoever means all. So that's definitely another way of looking at it, for sure. Tell her hi from all of us. My mom? I guess I can do that. Yeah, so yeah, let's scan the sky. We haven't been looking up very much. We might have missed something.
There is a light up there, and it's starting to move.
I do see that.
It's starting to dance a little bit.
He's actively checking out something.
Oh, picking it up too good.
I doubt we're gonna be able to see this.
Well, I'm actually thinking of that.
I'm talking about on the live stream though. I'm trying, you guys. I thought I saw it for a second. It's not that. There's a person with a flashlight. So that very apparent light you just saw is nothing.
And this light has changed.
There you go. See that little speck? That's what we're looking at right now. Can't quite figure out what that is.
And it's kind of stable, but it would dance for a bit.
Thank you, Dirk, on the congratulations for cousin Katie. They want to make contact. No, this is way up high in the sky. The other thing that I accidentally showed a minute ago is people walking on the beach with flashlights. It's right. It's very faint. It's not doing very well with this. Oh, never mind me. It's a speck. It's a very tiny speck. I can see it on the screen.
Yeah, it just went side to side.
I tried to show you with my finger, but that was pathetic. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's a speck. All you guys can see is a speck. And that even that is hard to see. But I can see it looking through my screen here. It's just sitting, it's moving around.
Oh, it's like three of them. I'm seeing three.
I'm going to take my mic down for a second. Bear with me here. Talk amongst yourselves and watch the speck.
I can't even get it.
I got it in the Panasonic.
You do?
Yeah, it zoomed really, really close.
Yeah, I can't focus in on it anymore for some reason.
Come look through mine.
See, it just moved.
That's me.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
Yes, because I'm really far zoomed in. It's me shaking it. But it is a perfect little orb.
Mhm.
All right. Yes, no, we were not abducted. I've got my Panasonic camera and I've zoomed in really close on it, and there's a little perfect 3D circle thing up there, an orb. I mean, can it be a planet?
Uh,
It moved though.
The thing is, when we were sitting down here, it it moved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, it is towards the StreamYard logo. Dan says he sees it. If you see that little duck up in the corner, it's to the left of the duck, kind of like a little bit a ways from the S in StreamYard. It's going to be very small for you guys because I cannot zoom in on a live stream. If I would, I could, but I did get some video footage of it that I can try to get out somehow. I might put that on Facebook later if you want to take a look at it.
It is just sitting there. There it is. Oh, I got it again. Good.
Is it okay? Is it flashing kind of? Someone asked that.
No.
No, but it has light radiating like off of it. Like it's got a halo kind of thing.
It's just not moved at all.
Might be the space station. It moves across the sky.
Yeah, but if that's what that is, you see, it's not moving. I've got the camera stable.
It's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is smack dab in the center of my screen, pretty much.
Dirk says if it's not flickering, it's a planet.
So, can somebody on the live stream look up and see if there's a planet that we can see at this
Okay.
certain lunar cycle?
If anyone is interested in helping us out right now and wants to do a little Googling, if you could look up if there's a planet that is especially visible right now.
Because you know what? Guess what?
What?
We're a bunch of idiots.
It's a star?
It's the stars coming in. As the clouds are going away. That's what that is.
Okay, so we're saying now that it's probably a star because we had cloud cover.
And we probably thought it danced a little bit as the clouds moved by it, covered it. Yeah, because I'm seeing.
Yeah, well, like what I was getting ready to say is that is not characteristic of what is seen here. It's lower than that. It's like horizon.
Yeah.
Level.
There is something else too.
Where?
It's very faint.
I don't see it.
I can see it. I wish I had my eyes.
All right, in a minute I'm going to turn the screen back around on us. We do want
Debunked.
Yes, we think we've debunked that. We think it's a star because there are clouds again, and the clouds are moving, and stars are starting to be visible. And again, that's not. I mean, I've seen the orbs out over the ocean. They're horizon level, and they move. You know, they've got and sometimes they stack up, and sometimes they dart to the side and come back. That kind of thing. So it's definitely none of that. Although still, if somebody wants to look up what planets are visible, we wouldn't be against that.
Yeah, it could be a planet. It could be something like
it could Venus. Be a planet because it's shining a lot brighter, really, than any other star.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it could be Venus or Mars or something like that.
American Explorer is going to step outside and take a look.
You'd have to be facing the east.
Facing the east.
in
The
some
space
in some
station,
capacity.
the space station would only be visible for a few seconds.
Yeah, this is just that's orbiting too fast. Actually, the space station.
Yes, it was worth checking out. We, leave no stone unturned in this UFO live
Okay, you
stream.
can see it now. It's a plane. It's about right over there.
Okay.
It's just fake flickering.
We see a plane also.
Yeah, it's so far out. It's just fake. And there's another one over here somewhere. There's a plane.
Okay. Jupiter. American Explorer says it's Jupiter.
That's right.
Okay, so far we've done a planet watch. We see a tiny little Jupiter there. Yeah, it's not gone. It's still there.
So the funny thing was, when we were sitting down, I guess it must have been the clouds moving. It looked like it danced, and that's why we got to jump into action.
Well, you did. Then you got me all excited. I was going to just sit there.
All right.
All right, I'm going to try to turn back around. Maybe we'll have some alien Martian poop soda.
Okay.
Bear with us. Weird angles. Take a look at the nice condo back there. Woo.
No. It's not where we stayed.
No. Give it time, maybe you will. The night is young. Well, we're not going to go that long. I have to drive home in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, we're overlapping each other a little bit.
Trying not to get sand in my Panasonic camera. All right. Where did I clip my microphone?
I don't know.
It was a rhetorical question.
But I was answering it. All right. Thanks for being patient, everyone, as we get fixed here. Well,
Where are you at,
Oh, I'm in
Sir
the dark.
Daniel?
I promise I'm here. Yeah, you need to put your light. You're not going to put your light on.
I could. Let me see. Ah! Too bright! Is this the one we had it on?
That's
Alrighty, false alarm, as is to be expected. I don't really have high hopes for actual UFOs, but it's fun to sit out here and think about it. I mean, when you try to look for them, that's when you don't see anything.
Excuse me.
The only time I saw one, I was not looking. I was just sitting there, minding my own business.
But there are people who look for them and do catch them on film or whatever. You have to probably do it all the time. It'd have to be a hobby. Kind of like people who do paranormal investigations.
Yes.
So.
So yes. Let's see here. Yeah. So we talk a little bit more and make sure we're scanning the skies as well. There's actually a lot of people out here tonight. There's people metal detecting, looking for stuff crazy people like us leave behind on the beach, bringing all this equipment and stuff.
we don't lose anything.
Yeah. There's people with nets, like scooping up fish out there. And then there's a lot of people just walking with flashlights. So people are on the beach day and night, every second. Yeah, so we had decided to come to Myrtle Beach for a few days, and we made a lot of videos in a short time. A lot. Yes. And one of the places I do want to mention that I got to do is an abandoned amusement park. And I've never done one before, and I'm really excited about it. I think it was an awesome find. I didn't have any problems getting in or out or while I was there.
No.
That kind of stuff always makes me nervous, and zero problems. I got to leisurely explore it and take a lot of photos and get a lot of video. So the park that I explored is called, it originally was Hard Rock Park, like the Hard Rock Cafe, like all that stuff. But that didn't do well, and they changed the name to Freestyle Park. Now some big YouTubers and maybe Exploring with Josh, and I know Bright Sun Films has done a documentary on the place. There are some videos, obviously, of this out already, but it is something that I wanted to see for myself, so I explored it. And I did it by myself, although I was in walkie-talkie communication with Sir Daniel here.
I was a lookout.
Yeah, so I went all through. It took me about 2 hours. It was hot as heck. Yeah, I'm like buckets of sweat.
Yeah, it was pretty humid when we got here, like South Florida humidity.
Yeah, it's been super hot. This is the hottest like summer or trip to the beach I can ever remember. But anyway, yeah, I got to go through Freestyle Park. Now there aren't any rides left there. It's just the buildings and everything that was there, that are still there. But all the rides are gone, and the reason for that is mainly that it was a newer park to begin with. I mean, I think it closed around 2009 maybe, but it was only open for a few years. So the rides that were there were new rides, like relatively new. So they've all been bought and sent to other parks, and they're currently in operation in other places. But there's a lot of buildings left behind, a lot of like contents and things from when the park was there. You can tell where some of the rides were. You can see a big like concert venue hall place and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm excited about that, and I'm looking forward to editing that video and getting that out. That is so cool. Looking forward to the video. Thank you, American Explorer. Dan was at North Myrtle Beach a few years ago at a Vista resort, and he said it was nice. RJ says he can't wait to see
We saw that at the Vista resort. Go by it.
I don't know. RJ says he can't wait to see that video. The pics were cool. Yeah, I sent RJ some pictures from the park. It was 92 degrees at 6:30 here. Yeah, it's been really hot, even at night.
Yeah, it's not too bad right now because we're on the beach, so there's a breeze coming off the ocean. But and then actually, when we went to the beach today, it got kind of pleasant too, because it got a little bit overcast.
Yeah, but it was a little better today.
But like on last night.
Well, I thought I was gonna die going through that park. I'm like, oh, just keep going. And it was like heat radiating off the asphalt. But I had to keep going because for the sake of the video.
It was pretty hot. It was pretty hot yesterday.
So we recorded some other places too. Nothing quite as cool as the abandoned amusement park. But what else? What else did I film?
You did the retro. What's that place called? Retro.
Well, it's a grocery store.
No, not the grocery store.
Well, I did do the grocery store.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. The store at the boardwalk.
Oh yeah, there's a store called Retroactive. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if Out and About Science with Mr. G is still here. and I might be wrong about this, but I feel like he sent me an email telling me to go to Retroactive the store because he had been there. Now he may have left the stream. He was here earlier, but I want to say it was him that recommended that store to me. I actually had been in that store before, but it was years ago before I did YouTube videos. So I went back with Daniel and we filmed.
Tired, RJ.
Yes.
He's making fun of me. Sorry to interrupt. Go back to the story.
It's just so I filmed Retroactive, and it's a store that actually markets itself as a 70s, 80s, and 90s store. So it's all stuff from those eras.
Yeah.
And so I did film that, and I filmed a retro grocery store, which doesn't sound that exciting, but it actually is, because it looks like a lighthouse, and you can walk up to the top of it, and it's got an elevator, and it's almost like a department store, and it's got old-fashioned like mannequins and artwork, and that looks like pinup girls and stuff like that in the grocery store.
Didn't you mention the kite store?
We also filmed the kite store,
which was like just random.
Hey, Tammy's here.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy. Coming to you live from North Myrtle Beach at night. We're on a UFO search. No, all we've seen so far is planets and stars and airplanes. Yeah. And people with flashlights. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we filmed the kite store. I don't know if anyone's ever been in a store solely dedicated to kites, but it was actually really cool.
It was. It had kites. It was really kites, flags, and banners.
Windsocks.
Yeah.
Lots of windsocks.
And
which is the way they were hanging from the ceiling. I just went in there out of curiosity. I wasn't going to film, but as soon as I walked in and saw the way everything was hanging down and all the cool kites, huge mammoth kites, yeah, and small kites and all different colors, animals, characters, I was like, I need to get out my camera and make a video here. Yeah. There's no way around it.
It was a pretty cool store. It was a little pricey, but it was pretty cool. They also had a lot of like magic and gag tricks stuff there. If anybody who was young in the 80s remembers the catalog, Things You Never Knew Existed, it's that kind of stuff that they had in there too. So
they had fake poop.
Yeah, like that, and whoopee cushions, and electric shock buzzers, things like that.
Yeah. So we filmed some other stuff too, though. Retroactive is a cool name, yes. Cool name for a retro store.
And there's two of them.
Yes, there's another one that is, what'd they say for the second one? It was
90s, 2000s,
and today. Yeah.
And so
I filmed a little bit of bonus footage there to tack on to the end of the first one, but I really just like the first one the best. So
yeah. But I think as time goes on, that the second one will be pretty good. It's already pretty good, but I think I'll have a little bit more.
Dan remembers that catalog that you mentioned.
Yeah. See? Someone else was growing up in the 80s.
I don't remember that. I grew up in the 80s.
Well, it was a guy thing, I think.
Yeah. So, what's down there?
Something. Oh, it's probably where the band was.
Like lots of flashing lights down that way.
Oh, down that way. Who knows?
That purple thing.
Oh, you can see the Ferris wheel.
Wow, that's really far away.
Yeah. We can actually see a little bit of South Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, we see a Ferris wheel, but it's like a million miles away.
It looks like this big, but it's not. It's ginormous.
I never noticed we could see that.
Ginormous.
Earlier, some fireworks started going off right next to us when we were setting up, and we were like, ah!
Yeah.
Yes. What? Did I almost smack you? RJ keeps talking about.
I think it's perspective, what you're seeing. It's just really not almost smacking.
What about now?
Now she smacked me. Wanted to do that for a while.
Yeah. All right. Should we do a soda taste test?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're just tuning in, we have this. It is a soda, and the name of the soda is called Martian Poop. So get a close up of this. Martian poop. Apparently, Martians poop green.
Hello.
At least that's what is assumed. So, I mean, we talked a little bit earlier. There are some really nasty sodas out right now. Like, if you go to somewhere, you can order them online, but you can also get them at kind of like novelty places. Like, if you go to Pigeon Forge, there's a general store there, or like a Five and Dime, but it's not, it's kind of like in like gives a nod to the days of the Five and Dime. But it has things like this in it. It's got all kinds of sodas that you can choose from. And there's a lot of places like that here too in Myrtle Beach. A lot of the sodas are good, like birthday cake, or I don't know, there's a lot of sweet ones that actually aren't that bad, or like they have flavors like gummy bears and chocolate and different stuff like that, but it's soda. That's not that bad, but they've gone like absolutely berserk with some of the flavors that they have. Like in Tennessee, I saw they had dirt flavored soda, blood flavored soda is another one. And what else did boogers? That was one. But if you remember Harry Potter, they had like every flavor, like jelly beans, and boogers was one of the flavors, and also grass, I think. Well, the sodas are kind of like that. I can't think of any of the other gross ones. There's tons of gross ones.
There are, and not just ones with funny names. Some of the sodas from different countries are really bizarre tasting. So
yes.
If anybody that's been to the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta, they have a taste testing area where it's a big brown room with fountains, and they have all these different like sodas from different countries, and you just get a little cup and then you put it in the fountain, you taste it. Some of them are just outrageously.
I know there's not really Five and Dime anymore. It just, there's stores that give a nod to them because they're kind of set up the same way and they have the same stuff. But you are right, there is nothing in there that was 5 and 10 cents, obviously, and nothing in there was $5 and $10 either. I mean, most stuff is really expensive in those kind of general stores and all that. Out and About Science with Mr. G is here. Were you the one who told me to go to Retroactive in Myrtle Beach? I can't remember if it was you or not. Somebody emailed me and told me to go to Retroactive, and this was a long time ago. But I am in Myrtle Beach, and I did go to Retroactive. So whoever told me to do that, I want to say thank you. I'd actually already been, but it was a good place to make a video.
Yeah, it's cool.
So thank you for that. Yes, indeed. I thought it was you, and I didn't go back and look at the email, and I was just hoping I was correct. So yes, I did that. So look out for a future video from Retroactive, and thank you for that tip. And I think you sent me some pictures too. So that was really cool. See anything yet? A. Davis. We have seen a star, a planet, an airplane, and a person with a flashlight.
Yeah. Several persons with flashlights.
Yes, nothing. We haven't seen anything yet. I have personally had an experience here at North Myrtle Beach where I did see some unexplained lights, but not tonight. And if we do start seeing something, we will turn the live stream around so you can look at the sky and see what we're looking at.
Which, if you weren't here, we did it before. We did it already.
We did it once, but
we were convinced there was something, and it was Jupiter.
I wasn't convinced.
Well, I was maybe convinced a little bit because it's a long story.
Yes.
Watch it at the rewatch.
One star.
Yeah.
Well, it was a planet. We think. American Explorer says it was probably Jupiter.
Yeah.
So let me go back here, see if I missed.
And the stars have gotten faint again, and I can still see that light more than the others.
Yes, there are disgusting sodas, but they are good for YouTube taste tests. And I have done one before. What did I try that was so...
I wasn't with you, so
Well, you didn't watch the video?
I don't remember. I have short-term memory.
Crap, I'm blanking on what I tried. I tried on one of the gross sodas, and it really was
that
gross.
when you were with shooting with he that shall not be named?
Yes, but I can't remember. I'm totally blanking. Oh my gosh!
Was it ranch? Was it like
ranch? Yes, thank you. See, you did watch.
I had to think how to really dig back in the
Yes,
brain
I totally
and unlock things and pull drawers out and look through
Yes,
files.
Dan knew it too. Dan, thank you guys. I can't even remember like my own videos. Thank you for helping me. Lisa is here. Hey, Lisa. Yes, I tried ranch soda in another video and it was terrible.
I could not. I mean, ranch dressing is,
Yes,
good.
Dan remembers. Yeah, how's it going, Lisa? Thank you for joining us. While we are on the topic of UFOs and UAPs, who do you guys believe more, Dr. Stephen Greer or Lou Elizondo?
I'm not, you know what? I don't remember who those guys are.
I don't either.
And I think I know what he's getting at. And I think they're in the documentary that I was talking about, which I'm going to like rewatch that documentary because it was good. Yeah, UAPs is the new term that they like. Yeah.
Good to know. Yes, we are not diehard UFO watchers or anything like that. We just wanted to do this because this area that we're in right now is known for UFO activity. There's a lot of YouTube videos that showing things that were spotted here. This is North Myrtle Beach, or Cherry Grove is the area with the most activity. We're not in Cherry Grove, but it is nearby. So again, I know I said this earlier, but for new people that are coming in, if you do want to see some of the things that have been spotted in this area, search up North Myrtle Beach or Cherry Grove UFO, or what'd you say, UAP? UAP sightings in this area, and you'll see kind of what we're talking about. I myself have actually seen, had a few experiences here as well. Not tonight, not when we're actually trying to have one, but I have experienced a couple of things similar to what's seen in those videos on another trip years ago. So we're kind of just out here having fun. We're not diehard in this hobby or whatever you want to call it, but we did want to come out and just see if by chance we get lucky. Right. Spaceman Dudley is here. He's saying that he himself might be an alien. He does have Spaceman in his name. Let's see what else is up here.
Yeah, if anybody I missed saying hi to, hello.
There's no amount of likes and watch time that's worth drinking ranch soda. It was pretty bad. I am doing well, Lisa. Thank you. A. Davis says, watch The Phenomenon.
Oh. You talking about the movie with John Travolta?
Lou Elizondo might be the one to look into. Yeah, so, but we're going to have some fun right now since there's nothing going on. Back to this. I am lucky today. This is not anything gross. I know it sounds gross. I'm saying I'm going to drink some Martian poop, but it is actually, it says Marionberry flavor. What the heck is Marionberry? Have you heard of that? I thought earlier, I just thought it said berry flavored.
Nervous now.
What?
I'm just being funny.
I just thought it said berry flavor, but it says Marionberry. So if anyone knows what Marionberry is, let me know. So this is not going to be one of those extreme taste tests, but we are going to try this, and you're going to try it too. But me first. And we're going to see what's up with Martian poop soda.
Yeah, sugar will save it.
All right.
A little bit. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's a twist off. But if it wasn't a twist off, I have a opener with me, but I want you to look at my little keychain here. His head is on wrong. His body is twisted. Alien spotting.
Yeah. You never know. There may be another alien spotting.
There might be. Stay tuned. Okay. That's my sample. Don't drink it. The bottle don't lie. Spaceman Dudley says this is his sample.
I don't even want to put that thought in my brain.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Blackberry. Is it similar to blackberry? Tammy says
if it is, it'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah, well, let's try it. Okay, it's the big moment here. Let me smell it first. You know what? When I was drinking the ranch soda, I about died just smelling it. I mean, that thing, it got up in my nostrils. It was like strong. It was like chemically. Mm-hmm. All right. This smells sweet. I mean, nothing like that. So here we go. You ready? All right.
Not sure what that is.
It's very fruity. It kind of like, it has a little bit of a bubblegum taste, but not like Iron Brew. Iron Brew tastes like orange bubblegum. This tastes like
berry bubblegum.
Like berry bubblegum, yeah. Like my daughter has this like bubblegum toothpaste, and it smells like this. I need another swig. That time I really let it like cover my whole palate to get the whole effect. It's not bad. I don't know if I would drink it all the time, but it says pure cane sugar. Your turn.
Oh yeah. Hey, Davis is talking about the program. Yeah. All right.
He looks perplexed.
Fresh Martian stream. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like if you had taken berry bubblegum and 1980s children's cough medicine, and you like sweeten the cough medicine with berry bubblegum. That's what this tastes like.
There you have it. My consensus on it. Consensus? Would that be right?
That works for
Conclusion?
Me. Conclusion, we'll go with that.
And his. So it's not bad. Definitely. I mean, when I drank the ranch soda, again, I keep comparing it to that. I mean, we were practically gagging, and that stuff was nasty. And then also afterwards, it like lingered on your palate. It was like,
yeah, this ain't that
you
bad.
could not get that weird ranchy, acidic ranchy. If that.
Actually, this one here will actually grow on you. I think if you were to just like drink through the whole bottle.
I remember I had to chew gum to get the taste out of my mouth.
Yeah.
This is not that bad. I'm gonna finish it. Yeah. You want more?
We might as well finish it off. I think that was the popo behind us.
Well,
Yeah, they patrol the beaches here in trucks and stuff.
no, it's okay, A. Davis. Thank you for sharing that with us. Like, we'll definitely look into that stuff. It is very interesting. Beach patrol. Yes, there is a beach patrol out, making sure everything's cool. I guess they don't take any issue with their beach live stream. They're looking for troublemakers.
Yeah, or they're just something going on over there. Okay. Oh, still see Jupiter.
This soda is made by Rocket Fizz, and it has a web address, www.rocketfizz.com. So if anyone wants to check out this soda online and see what else they have to offer, go to Rocket Fizz. It's like I'm sponsored by them. I'm not. I just happen to have this Martian poop soda in my possession. So we tried it out.
Yeah, I'm reading some of these messages.
See if they will talk about it on the live. If they come up to us, I guess I would do that, but I'm not going to bother them because they are dealing with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Not seeing anything in the skies. I have been occasionally, moving my eyeballs around just to see anything.
I don't think the clouds cleared completely. It's still cloudy.
I think they keep just moving around.
Yeah, it's not a very clear night, which is not in our favor. Because I do remember the night that I did see something, it was very clear. Very clear. So, unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy. Yeah.
I see there's 13 people watching. Has anybody not said hello or?
Well, don't put them on the spot.
Okay.
Some people are shy.
Okay. Well,
not everybody likes to talk. They just like to watch and listen. Well, they might be doing something else too. We might be background noise. It's all good.
I don't think I've seen Lucy in the sky with diamonds. I don't know who, but maybe there's a side conversation going on that I'm not aware of.
Oh, I know it's a Beatles thing, but what is that? Is that a movie?
Yeah.
I don't. Did we see the UAP report from the Pentagon? Well, you were talking earlier.
Yes. And I can't quote everything. Yeah. I'm gonna have to watch that documentary again. I know there's been some news stories about some of the stuff that's happened that they're starting to say, oh yeah, by the way, our jets saw this. They didn't know what it was, some things. I know about the one where the Navy was tracking the one that was going in and out of the water and stuff like that. But it's like I'm just thinking and in the camp of thought that they're just going to start to slowly release stuff. I think I'm crazy, whatever. I personally believe they've known for a very long time, and they haven't told everyone because they're afraid of how people tend to get very paranoid in this country about stuff. And I think they think people are gonna go crazy, and maybe they're just slowly letting it out now, for whatever reason, I'm not sure. But if they tell you everything that they know, if it is real, it could be overwhelming for some. So
I just keep thinking about Independence Day.
Yeah.
when they have that, when they have that spaceship and they're well, we've had this since the 50s,
Yeah.
and even the president didn't know.
Right, and there's the real version of that is in this documentary, much more detailed than I've seen before on anything. And yeah, and I've not read any of the books about any of this topic. Um, well, maybe something when I was in college, and I just don't remember. But yeah, I mean, it's a topic I'm interested in, but I haven't had the time to devote any effort into it. You know, to really have a solid understanding about it. But you know,
Hey,
anyway,
David. He says my brother and ex-sister-in-law saw a UFO in 1987. Yeah, we were sharing earlier some of our experiences with the unexplained, and several people in the chat have had experiences, or someone in their family has. I have had one with my family, so it was mainly myself and my dad that saw something, even though he wants to explain it away as other things.
but you know, to a certain extent though, your father's kind of right to do that though. You know, try to look for a logical explanation to something before you jump to a conclusion.
Yeah, you should always do
To a
that.
certain degree, 30 minutes ago or whatever, almost jumped to a conclusion. So
Yes.
this
Yeah,
law,
but it's I understand that you should try to debunk everything. You should not be just jumping and assuming all this stuff, but that what he does say is responsible for it doesn't make sense.
right.
So still unexplained.
Right, and today there's all kinds. See, that's the thing too, is we have more technology today that's in the hands of the public than there were, you know, 50 years ago. And you know, there are things that can fool certain people, and then there's the fact that we know the government, you know, the military has experimental aircraft, you know, so there's that. I mean, because there's stuff that, you know, all of a sudden 20, 30 years later say, oh yeah, we have that jet and it does, you know, whatever. So who knows?
Swamp gas, yes.
Yeah.
David was
that's so southern.
He was with them when that happened.
Yes.
Um.
Oh yeah, we may have seen an alligator today.
Yeah.
So most of you don't. I grew up in Florida, so I've seen alligators before, you know, and I know that usually when you see them, you don't see most of them at all. You just see their snout and their eyes poking up out of the water. And there's what is it, like I wouldn't call it a pond, but is it like
it's a little, like, I don't know what it is.
Small lake or something. It probably connects to the ocean in some way. But anyway, there's a sign on the property where we're staying, the condominium place.
Martian poop. Sorry.
And so, you know, warning about alligators to say, you know, don't feed them or whatever. So we started to walk towards the edge, and then I noticed that I saw something that reminded me of what I used to see when I used to live in Florida. And I said, that looks like an alligator right over there. And so then we were kind of like moving and trying to see, is it? We don't know. And then all of a sudden it went, let me see if I got my hands in. So all of a sudden, it's like as if its eyes and its snout was just poking out of the water, all of a sudden it did this. So I says, oh, that was probably an alligator. So
then we left.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know where he was going to pop up next.
Right. Like he's probably just hunting fish or whatever, but or she, you know.
What if he was extra hungry and he was hunting humans?
Well,
we got out of there.
I saw that movie.
Is this spiked Martian poop? No, it is not.
No.
It's got enough pizzazz in it already.
It's probably got like 50 grams of sugar or something like that.
It says pure cane sugar,
which is technically better than
there's a lot of stores around here in Myrtle Beach it's like a chain of stores, and they are simply called Sugar.
Yeah.
And it's like these whole stores of nothing but sugar, sugar, sugar. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
American Explorer says declassified military technology from the 60s was beyond the public's wildest imagination. Fast forward to today, technology that's beyond our wildest imagination now.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have like in our this.
Yeah, we couldn't even
this is beyond
fathom that just a few years ago.
I mean,
well, more than a few, but you know what I mean.
I mean that's more advanced than this. Some people know what this is, a shirt. Because everything's in here. You know, it may not go as far, the signal, but
yeah,
we don't know where our technology is going. You know, 20 years from now, it's going to be unbelievable. Like, there's stuff that when I was in high school and college, when you're doing DNA and analyzing and stuff like that, and genetic research, they were saying, "Oh, that's 40 years out before we can." Now everybody's doing DNA research, and they've unlocked all kinds of stuff to the genome, to different, species that are, extinct and stuff. I mean, there's stuff that they said they'd never be able to do, and they can already do it now, and it's public knowledge. So we don't know where anything's going. So I know I just rambled on.
No, you're fine. A. Davis says out of 145 reports of the past year and a half, that the Pentagon can only solve one. The 144 others couldn't be explained. So there was a point where pilots were seeing them daily.
Yeah. And her and I, we've had this discussion before. This is, one of these days they're going to land on the White House lawn. Maybe it'll happen that way. I don't know. I really don't know, but it's something. That's the thing. It's something. So.
Hi, Ace Man RC.
Yes, hello, anyone that I haven't said hello to.
Would you like some more Martian
poop? Yeah, I'll
poop?
have some more. You've had a lot of it.
It's good.
It's actually not
I love the Martian poop. It's delicious.
It grows on you.
It grows on you.
You can definitely tell that's real sugar.
Pure cane sugar.
Yeah. How they used to make soda.
Aliens used to shop at Walmart after midnight. Now they shop there all day long, every day. Just my experience. Little bit left. Anybody want to share it with us? Guys, let me know. I mean, this is not a gross soda, but some people are still weird about stuff just because of the name and other reasons.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. So would you try the Martian poop soda?
After about the third sip, it's actually.
If we had one here for you, would you take it? Would you drink it? This one's about spent. Yeah. All right, let's turn this off a second. We need to get a better scan of the sky for a minute here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
RJ would try it.
Yeah, honestly, you would all of you would probably like it. Unless you're diabetic, you shouldn't have it.
Curtis, hello, Curtis. Curtis says yes, he would try it. Lisa would try it.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about a gross one? What if I was like, I have dirt flavored soda, and you think I'm making that up, but I'm not. Yeah, there is dirt flavored soda. Would you try dirt flavored soda? I would, just because I'm adventurous. I don't think I'd drink the whole thing, but I would try it.
Maybe a sip.
Be brave.
Maybe a few sips.
Be brave.
I don't think I'd drink the whole thing, though.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Didn't you guys throw away
Yeah, when
the
we drank the ranch, we were like, garbage can, here you go. Yeah. All right. So we turned on our lights so we can get a little better view of the night sky.
Yeah. I wonder if we. I don't know. I don't have a light like that with me. I was going to say, oh, where's the lantern go? Put the lantern behind us. It'll backlight us a bit. The lantern. This way they can see us better. And
whoa!
Whoops.
I think we just put sand in the soda. I might have to throw it away now.
Okay. But it won't make terrible for the
American Explorer would try the soda. Would you try the dirt soda though? That's what I want to know. I want to see who's a brave soul.
dirt soda.
Yeah, dirt. Blood. You're into that creepy stuff. What about blood? Would you try blood soda?
Probably would, actually.
You have vampire tendencies. What is in the dirt soda? I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but I know it exists because I saw it in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I saw dirt, and I saw grass, and I saw ranch, and I saw bacon. Bacon might be good. Depends on how much you're into bacon, I guess.
I mean, I like bacon,
but you don't like it in soda form?
I don't know. It's just some things just like, okay, some things just don't go together.
RJ says he would give it a try. Who hasn't eaten dirt in their lifetime?
Right,
I mean, we all have.
Not that you actually went.
I think I just ate some sand like a minute ago.
Yeah, we've actually had some issues with sand in our face here,
It's gritty on the teeth.
Happens.
The blood soda would be salty. I don't know, maybe.
It tastes metallic.
Yes, it might. Yeah, what time is it? It's almost midnight. There's a lot of people still walking on the beach.
Yeah.
There was a couple. Did you notice that last couple? They just stopped there and stared at us.
Yeah.
They're like, what the heck are they doing?
Yeah.
What are they talking about? I should have asked them to come on over, join the stream. American Explorer says,
crickets.
I would be a gentleman about the dirt soda and let you have it all. Well, thank you, Dirk. You are a gentleman and a scholar. He would let me have all the dirt soda. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah,
it's very sweet. Blood soda goes great with crickets. Does it? Have you had blood soda, Spaceman Dudley? Because we want to hear more about that.
And I know people eat crickets as a thing.
Yes.
But that ain't happening with me.
Cricket soda.
Ooh. How revolting.
Yeah. This light is making me look weird.
Is it?
Woo!
It looks like
All right. Okay, so if we actually were to see something, my educated guess on it, because I have seen something and I've watched several videos, and I did mention this earlier, but it would be out like at the horizon where like we can't really see this now, but where the sea meets the sky, it's kind of like out at that level. It would not be way above our head. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But most of the sightings around this area are not up there where the planets are.
Right.
They're down here, horizon level. And then I've seen two. And the one that was like the craziest to me was that orb floating down the beach. Because it was almost as if I could just reach a little bit farther off the balcony, I could almost touch it. It was kind of moving by where I was sitting,
Mhm.
and you could, you could see through it. You could see light emanating from it, and that was near me, is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say. So we're kind of like, we're like, oh, what's that up there? But it's planets and stars in the sky. I'm thinking like we should be looking lower. You
Yeah,
know
and
what
there's
I
actually
mean?
one out that way, but it's somebody with a flashlight in the water, so it's kind of funny.
Is someone in the water?
Yeah. Yeah, see, you see that?
I do see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like wave level.
Yeah,
It
but
would be.
they what I'm saying is it's almost like what you're describing off of the distance a little bit.
But the way that people have seen these lights, it's almost like it's choreographed, like the way that the lights are moving. I said this earlier, but if you think this stuff is interesting, just go to the YouTube search bar and put in North Myrtle Beach UFO sightings and see what you find. Because I know for a fact there's a lot of videos out that show what we're talking about. I mean, it's not going to be the best quality because it's people with their shaky phones and stuff like that, but you still can get an idea of what we are talking about, and you can hear like the people's reactions are pretty genuine.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't think they're messing around or doing anything. I mean, they're legit like getting up and like being like, what is that? Oh my gosh. And people are gasping and stuff. So, again, if you're into it, check that out. I thought it was pretty interesting. Of course, we're hoping to see something tonight, and like I keep saying, when you hope to see something or you're trying to see something, it doesn't happen.
No, unfortunately.
Most people are caught off guard. It's almost as if they know. It's like, we're gonna just, show up and catch people off guard. But if, they're sitting there waiting for us on the beach, we're not.
Yeah. So, like, a perfect example of what she's saying is several years ago, where I used to live in Franklin, was seeing bears almost every day, and a couple times I captured him with my cell phone because that's what I had with me at the time. So then I said, I'm going to set up a video camera and have it ready to go. If they're out out there in the grass, and I'll just whip out and have a nice video of them. And of course, once I had set up my camera to be ready for it, and I sat it and let it sit there for months, never saw them again.
Yeah.
So, and that's what happens is you see this kind of stuff when you're not looking for it most of the time.
So John here mentioned pickle soda, so that's a thing. He says he wants to try the pickle soda like Jake and Becky did.
Yeah, I love pickles.
I have not tried that. Couldn't you just like drink like pickle water?
You
like
could
pour some seltzer water in the pickle.
And I will not
juice.
lie.
Make your own.
I have actually tried pickle juice. It's basically mostly vinegar.
So you wouldn't have a problem with pickle soda?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to drink the whole thing, but it's because it's a little bitter. Of course, I'm talking about like pickle juice from.
Hey, RJ, are you still here? RJ, you want to try some pickle soda? He'd be first in line for that. He hates pickles.
He hates pickles.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Pickles are one of my favorite things.
Dan would try the pickles. Yes. Whenever I have a meal with RJ and that comes with pickles, I always end up with his pickles because he won't touch them. He will pass. He will pass on the pickle soda. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people. Adam said earlier that night swimming is really great because you can avoid the crowds.
Really? Night swimming. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Well, we know the beach is a lot clearer than earlier. Yeah, it's kind of nice to come out to the beach at night. I guess most people have done it at some point, but if you haven't, I recommend it. Just take a walk along the beach or sit on the beach. There's a breeze. It's less humid and hot. I recommend it.
Yeah. What?
Replace me with that.
Yeah.
The Retromantic is gone. She has been taken back to the mothership. I will be continuing the rest of this live stream. Take me to your leader.
I know, we're a bunch of dorks.
I have been abducted. Yes. She's got a cute bow. Whoa, wait, I'm not here anymore. Hachi is here. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. I blew it. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll come back. We can all exist. We can coexist. We can be one with the aliens. Yes, we do have an alien blow up thing here. Couldn't resist at the toy store on Broadway at the beach.
Yeah. We went through quite a bit of an ordeal to get it, too.
They were in the window, like display.
Right.
My, what big eyes you have, Ellen. Better to see you with, my dear. Ooh, she's got sand in her eye.
Now I do.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry we can't really like show you guys an actual UFO sighting tonight, but we do have a friend with us. Joining a special guest in the live stream tonight. I think that Martian poop is starting to kick in with these two. Yeah. I may have had, what do you think was in it? Like something to make us kind of crazy, like catnip with cats. Like how catnip works.
It's a pure cane sugar at midnight.
Yeah. Here, you babysit her for a little while. Yeah, thank you. We're glad you were here to hang out with us. Yes. Catnip, yes. Yeah. Well, we'll keep going for a little while longer, but we'll probably try to wrap the stream up in a little bit because I have to drive 7 hours tomorrow, so I better get some sleep. But we'll go a few more minutes here.
Yeah.
It has been fun, and we're glad you had fun, and I'm glad you got to stop by, Dan. I know you need to get to bed yourself.
Yeah, we've all been a little wacky for the last
Hachi, especially late as usual. That's okay. There's
you can always
no.
go back and rewatch.
Yeah, you can watch the replay, and there's no time. You have to be at the live stream. We're just glad you dropped in and glad you said hi. John says, I heard on Science Channel that lately UFO sightings have been quite active on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I would believe that. Ellen, take care. Safe travel tomorrow. Thank you, Spaceman Dudley. And thank you for coming to this live stream and joining us. He comes from space. Like this one.
I assume as much.
Spaceman Dudley, do you know this lady here? This alien? Yeah, it's good to see you too, Tammy. I gotta turn this off. It's actually bothering me.
Is it bothering you?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I got an idea. Maybe it won't bother you if I put it here. Yeah, I can see why that was bothering you.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
Well, we can turn this back on for a second here.
Yeah, we don't.
But keep your eyes peeled. We're gonna see one at the last second here. Right?
Right, we'll pack up.
Ah!
Oh, man.
Sorry. Ah! But it has been nice sitting out here. It's a little bit humid, but it's not as bad.
It's not that bad by the beach.
I'm only a little bit sticky.
We're on the beach because of the breeze from the ocean.
And glowy. Always
just
fun
before you get
live
to
streaming.
the beach.
Good night, Dan. Thank you for stopping by.
Good
Appreciate
night,
it.
anyone who is taking off.
Spaceman says, glad to add to the humor. She was one of my friend's ex-girlfriends. Ooh, Spaceman. He has a connection to our friend here. I figured he might. Always fun live streaming. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, so yeah, we're headed back tomorrow. We crammed a lot of videos into just a couple of days. And I've got some exciting stuff coming out for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm especially excited about what I was talking about earlier, the Abandoned Explorer Freestyle Park.
Yeah.
So, oh, I also did a dead mall.
That's right.
Yeah.
You did a dead mall.
And
oh man.
That's something I have not done yet. I know that's kind of trendy and popular right now, but I feel like it's something that really goes well with my channel, you know, harkening back to the 80s and all the mall days and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't have any dead malls on my channel because there's no dead malls in my area. And like the ones I grew up with are already demolished. So I had known from another video of one that was in Myrtle Beach. So we stopped by there and it really was dead. We should talk about that for a second.
Yeah. It was sad. That's how I felt when we were done.
Yeah, we walked in and it was just, it was totally empty.
Exactly what Adam just said. It's sad.
They are sad but intriguing, yes.
It's not the first dead one that we've seen, any of us have seen, you know, but I know that the mall where I grew up is doing very well. And the one that's in Naples, Florida, from what I understand. But
yeah, RJ just didn't have time for all that stuff, you know, because it's like there was some specific stuff I wanted to get in your area that wasn't malls, because the dead malls are everywhere now. Just not in I live in a small little town.
However, I think that within the next 5 years, the dead malls are going to be gone. They're going to be most of them are going to be demolished.
No, we don't have malls in Franklin. It's very small.
No, that's way too small of a town. We have to go to Asheville. Is the closest.
Asheville has dead malls.
Yeah.
so I could do one there. But it was something I wanted to do, and this was truly dead. The coolest thing about it, well, it's not cool, but intriguing was a good word to use. But we saw an arcade. It had an arcade that was not only, of course it was closed, but it still had a lot of the games in it.
Yes, and what the guy? There was a guy that worked there or something. He had something to do with one of the businesses.
Yeah, there was a guy. We were just like peering into this closed down arcade, and he was like, "Hey, you thinking about buying it?" We were like, no, just kind of remembering the past here. It's what I do." And he was like, "Oh, well, that arcade, closed down years and years and years ago. It went bankrupt, and no one ever bought the games. No one ever bought the space. So it's just sitting there gathering dust with all the games inside it. It had a pool table. It was huge. It was a huge area. I'm sure they did sell some of the games.
Yeah.
But it was just sitting there. I mean,
there's enough in there that if they worked and if they came with it, the rental space or the purchase of the space, you could open it up, start it.
Yeah, there was a lot in there, and it was a cool space too. But yeah, this mall, I mean, it just had a few stores open. Nothing. I don't think anything was left that was like a common mall store except one anchor store. It was Belk, right?
Yeah.
There was one anchor store, and that was it. And then
everything else.
There was just some local people that had rented out spots. Like, I don't know if anyone remembers what like a Bath and Body Works looks like. They have this like red checkered like little awning, and it's kind of looks like it's a wood front. It's kind of country style. Well, that was still there. You could tell it used to be that store, but something else had moved in. It was like just some lady selling like local jams and jellies and that kind of thing. Really nothing brand name was left in there at all. And actually they were trying to hold on like desperately to keeping the mall going. And they were doing something I've never seen a mall do before. Mm-hmm. They were having estate sales in some of the empty stores and yard sales, which that's new to me. I mean, I've seen the churches that move into malls.
Yeah, there was a church there.
There was I think there was two. But they were having estate sales and yard sales. So we were kind of peering through the gate, and we saw like VHS tapes, which it's kind of like we've come full circle again. We're in 2021, but I was seeing VHS tapes in the mall. Yeah. Like that was definitely unexpected.
There was a store that did nothing but sell drums.
Yeah, anything to fill the space. That's right.
Percussion lessons.
There was a little IT kind of computery store.
That's right.
Computer repair, but they also sold things, and they had Super Nintendo games, and
they had even older stuff.
Classic NES controllers and stuff like that, and they had the Nintendo gun and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, because that stuff, everybody is like hot on that. It's into the retro gaming right now.
Yes, RJ. I was really interested in getting the resorts when I was there, as you know, so I didn't really I wasn't really looking to do malls at that time. Let me look back a little bit. Hachi said they bulldozed the Knoxville Center Mall. I was surprised to see the proper people film it. Yes, Knoxville Center Mall was originally Easttown Mall, and I graduated from the University of Tennessee, so I lived in Knoxville for several years, and my roommate and I actually shopped at Easttown Mall. That's what it was called then, and I saw some of those videos. I didn't see Proper People, but I saw like Ace's Adventures. I think he did it, and I really enjoyed that video because it's a place I actually used to go. So I have memories there. And immediately I sent the link to my old roommate so she could see it too. But I am aware of that. And I saw some pictures of, some people went back after it was starting to be demolished, and you could see like half of it gone, and you could still see the artwork they had on the wall, like the Sun Spear artwork and all that stuff that was just ready to be bulldozed down. I mean, it was sad to see that, especially since that was one I actually had memories going to. So I do know about that one. I'm going back a little bit. American Explorer says we tried to get a dead mall, but it didn't work. And he is correct. We tried to go get the mall from Stranger Things. Season 3? Is season 3 the one with all the malls?
Yes, the one.
I mean, with all the mall episodes.
Yeah.
Well, that mall, what is it called? Star something?
Starcourt Mall.
Starcourt Mall and Stranger Things, but it's not called that. It's Gwinnett Place Mall is the real mall that was used. And American Explorer and I went out to try to get it and film it, as some other people have done, like Ace's Adventures again. But we were too late. I mean, it was within a month of being too late. It had completely shut down.
That's the mall my family we used to go to.
Yeah, I used to go to it too, because my parents used to live outside of Atlanta, so I did go to that one as well. But we, American Explorer and I, we tried to do it, but it was closed up. We were able to get into one like store that had moved into a former Anchor store, like one of the department stores. So we walked through that. It was like some kind of Korean like market or something like that. But we got to one side of it that opened up into the mall, and we're standing there like peering through the gate, like being like, oh, it's so close, but we can't get to it, you know, we can't film it. And I'm just remembering like all the scenes from Stranger Things and all that. And I'm so wanting to make a video and add the 80s music and make it so cool, but I couldn't. But that's okay. We'd only missed it by a few weeks, but that's okay, because the mall I just got is nowhere near as cool as that one, but I will be having a dead mall come out on my channel. It's called Inlet Square Mall, and it's in Murrells Inlet near Myrtle Beach area.
Yeah.
And we're in South Carolina, so that's gonna be, so look out for that. I got a lot of South Carolina videos now. It was a state I formerly had not done any videoing in.
Yeah.
I've done videoing in a lot of states, but never South Carolina. So I'm glad to have some from this state to add to my channel. All right, I got behind here. Let's see.
I think we should start wrapping it up.
We will. Let me just get to these guys' comments, though. Dead mall, demolished, never got to film it. American Explorer said the mall I did in Rome, Georgia had false walls with artwork to cover up 50 plus empty retail spaces. Yeah, there's another dead mall right by here.
Yeah,
Myrtle Beach Mall.
And we drove by there to see if what was open. We're looking for some place to eat.
Yeah, they still had snowflakes up on their light posts, like from Christmas, that they had never taken down. And there was an empty like Ruby Tuesdays, and then we didn't go in the mall, but I think it's busier than this Inlet Square Mall because it's got like the Bass Pro Shop right there, so it's got more like people kind of in and out, but it's definitely on its way out as well. Hachi says, by my understanding, they're building an Amazon distribution center on the site. I heard that too, or I read an article about that. Lived in Knox most of your life, went to Fulton High. Okay. Yeah, I was only there for a few years, but I lived in Knoxville 02 to 05. So around in that time period I was there. And that was kind of the mall, even back then, Easttown Mall was already on its way out. I mean, there were already a lot of closed stores at that time as well. Adam used to go to the one store there to buy 8-track tapes before it closed for good. 8-track tapes. Excuse me. Swallowed some sand.
Yeah, I did that earlier too.
Hello, Christine. Thank you for tuning in. I did get a lot of footage. Yes, RJ.
A lot of footage.
Yeah. So a lot of us, if not all of us, have a little bit of experience with dead malls because they are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I mean, even though you could say it's pretty trendy to film dead malls and stuff like that, I'm glad it's going on because, I mean, I think it's important to document them. They're not going to be there soon.
No.
Soon. They're not going to be there. So I think it's cool that we have these YouTube videos to go to and remember, you know, these places we used to go.
Right.
So
And as some of you know, because some of you are the same generation, for Gen Xers, that was what you did. But some people worked there, but you know, being the latchkey generation, what did you do after school? You went to the mall. That's what you did.
I think millennials can say that too.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just, and for it to be, it was so part of like the culture of the time, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, who wants to go to the mall? Oh, the mall's lame. The mall's lame now. Nobody wants to do it. And there's no, I don't know what would stop that. But anyway.
Yeah, it's very different, and that's one of the things I was saying to the man that we ran into in the mall. I was saying that, you know, I said to him, I can't believe this is Friday night at the mall.
Yeah,
because I remember Friday night, you know, people were there to go to movies, they were there to eat food, they were there to shop. It was like full. The food court. Remember the food court? How full it was, like on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And this mall was just, there was nothing in there. You know, there were a few store workers just kind of, and every store that was actually open only had one worker for each one, and they're just kind of just sitting there. And I'm like, I can't believe it's Friday night. And I actually said that to this man, and you know, and he was like, yeah, you know, it has changed a lot. So it really won't be too long before there aren't any malls left.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we still have or you know, the outdoor kind of malls have been somewhat popular, but even some of those are starting to go out. Yeah. So
that we could have a whole video discussing that stuff.
Yeah, it's easy to start talking about dead malls and abandoned exploration and all that
they're
stuff.
selling vinyl again. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are at Walmart. I saw all.
It seems like every store is starting to sell them.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like
back.
Everything has come back around again, except malls.
Well, they might. You never know. They might. I don't know.
If someone could find a way to revitalize them, that would be cool.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, we got kind of off topic. I know tonight, you know, we kind of were saying this is a UFO watch, but I'm glad, you know, we had other things to talk about too, and I felt like I needed to catch up with you all because I haven't done a live stream in a while. I haven't done a live stream with Sir Daniel in a really long time, so it was nice to kind of like reconnect with him and you all out there, and do this kind of thing. I'm sorry that we didn't see any UFOs. Yeah. I know it's not my fault, but I'm still gonna say sorry because, you know, I'd hoped to see something, of course. But you know, it's cloudy. It's not the best conditions for it today. And there's a lot of planets masquerading as UFOs. So nothing like that tonight, unfortunately. You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna take the equipment down and something's gonna like.
Yeah, I know. We'll be halfway.
Yes, they know. I'm telling you, they know. As soon as we start breaking down, something's gonna appear on the horizon there and start mocking us. You know what I mean? It's true. It's true. Yeah. So off topic in a live stream. No, that never happens. Well, you know, it does happen a lot, but that's what's cool about live streams. You never know what's gonna happen or what you're gonna talk about. So yeah. All right. Online shopping has really been hurting local business. Yeah, that's a part of it too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and we're all guilty of it.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
know,
order from Amazon, you know.
I mean, especially like where her and I live.
Yeah, you can't get.
There's most stores don't carry like the camera equipment and stuff you're after.
And clothes is really
Yeah,
hard too. Like
we got Walmart.
like I
You
can't
could go to
buy all
Walmart.
my clothes from Walmart.
Yeah,
It's,
you just can't. It just
you have to order stuff.
yeah.
Tammy hasn't been to a mall since they stopped selling vinyl. Wow, that's a long time. It's all about convenience, is what Christine says.
It is. You know, it's the thing is you can just open up the phone or laptop or whatever, and you can find anything you want. Break down your equipment or a Romulan worship. Yeah, it's cloaked.
Yes. Well, all right, you guys, it's getting pretty late. Again, thank you for joining us here in North Myrtle Beach on this fine Saturday night. Yeah. We thank you for being here. And we didn't have any sightings, but again, it was good to see you all and to have some retromantic community sightings, right? Because I feel like I've been kind of in hiding for a while. That's let me say one more thing before I leave. My video uploads have been kind of sporadic, and I have a good reason for that. I started a new job, and it's kind of taken over my life. Yeah, I'm not at the museum anymore.
No, but she's got a full-time job, so it's good.
Yes, I wasn't working full-time at the museum, so I've gotten back to working full-time. It doesn't mean I'm changing anything about my channel. I've just kind of I'm adjusting to a new schedule and a new job.
Once
she
settles out, it'll be fine.
Yes, I'm gonna get back to regular uploads, but for a little while it might be kind of sporadic, like a video every 2 weeks and that kind of thing. I'm working on it. I certainly have enough videos to go forever. Yes. I've got, a huge backlog, so don't be thinking I'm not going to be putting out videos. I have tons and tons and tons of videos. I still have to get out all the Pennsylvania videos from that trip, and then I have this trip, and
you're still finishing up the trip from last year with your parents.
Yes, the Alabama stuff. I've got a lot of footage for you guys, so just bear with me. Sometimes people, they message me and they say, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" Because I haven't been putting things out.
Actually been good.
Yeah, and I don't post on Facebook, and people, they ask me if I'm okay. I am okay. Yeah. I am here. I've got a big adjustment in my life, and I'm trying to kind of just make some changes and just kind of get into the flow of like a new schedule and things like that. So you will be seeing videos from me.
I keep hearing things.
Hearing things.
Yeah. And I've noticed that all the other beach people are gone. Yeah.
Hold on just a sec. Let's see. Abducted by Klingons live. I hope not, Hachi.
That's definitely an abduction. We don't want to happen.
Adam likes going to stores and interacting with people. We like that too.
Yeah, we all do. I mean, I honestly wish that we didn't have to shop online. And everything was just down the road, so to speak. But unfortunately, it's not that way.
Thank you, American Explorer. He said, great stream. Tammy loves us. We love you too, Tammy, and we appreciate you stopping by. Good night, Hachi. Thank you for coming in. Yes, better late than never. Get some good rest. Safe drive back. Thank you, RJ. Tammy said a big what? I'm not sure what that's to. American Explorer said, now we can't have a job interfering with your YouTube schedule, can we? No. I have taken on a job as a preschool teacher.
Yes.
So it's really taking a lot out of me.
Yeah.
The kids don't, you know, they're testing my limits because they don't know me, and the class was already kind of out of control to begin with. So they've gotten, you know, they've hiring some new people and trying to get things going a little differently, and it's just been a lot on my brain. I haven't been able to edit as much as I would like to. I have to do a lot of planning at home too, which you know that is. So that's what's going
Yeah,
on.
the teacher's job is never done. That's they're always working.
Uh, let's see what else. Someone from John, you're from Pittsburgh. Yeah, I have videos from Pittsburgh that will be coming out. One of my next videos will be from Pittsburgh very soon. Speaking of Pittsburgh, I swear we're trying to wrap up this stream, but we have to tell them about that diner.
Yeah, it was a really cool diner.
We ate dinner tonight at a diner called the Pittsburgh Diner. Was that what it's called? Pittsburgh something.
Yeah, and then it was basically pizza and subs is what they called it, or something like that. But
yeah,
it was a little bit more variety than that.
But it was so unexpected to see that here in North Myrtle Beach. I mean, the menu had a picture of Pittsburgh, and it had one of the incline railways on it, and the bridges and stuff like that. Right. And then
the decor is
the sports,
themes,
like Pittsburgh Penguins and all the other
the Pirates and the Steelers.
Yeah. Okay. It had all the memorabilia in there. So that was surprising. I was like, hey, Pittsburgh, wow, right here at Myrtle Beach.
And the outside of the building, the decor was really attractive.
Yes.
I mean, it looked like a classic chrome diner. So, yeah, there's a lot to do here in Myrtle Beach. It really is. There's a lot of good restaurants, but like a lot of other places, right now, everyone's short-handed, so the waits are long, and also it's been tough finding a parking space at some restaurants. So we have spent about an hour driving around finding places to eat. So
yes, RJ, it has been a little bit tough lately with that, but it's a new job, and I think I'm gonna get into my groove soon with that. It is gonna get better. I know that. Did I get a salad with French fries? No, I didn't, because I'm not actually in Pennsylvania, and that's the only place I've seen that does that. They do not do that here in North Myrtle Beach or in Franklin, North Carolina. Adam says in Texas, where he is now, he was living in Pennsylvania, but he's moved to Texas. They have a cheesesteak hoagie shop, and the guy is from Philadelphia. Yeah, so we figured, we didn't really ask in the Pittsburgh diner, but we figure the owner has a huge connection to Pittsburgh. He's probably from there. So, yeah, I sent RJ a couple of pictures, and Dan as well, from the Pittsburgh diner tonight. I will find my groove, and all will work out well.
Yes, Texas is a phenomenal state.
Yes, Adam, we're glad that you like it, and I hope everything has gone well with your transition to living there. I know you wanted to be with your family or with your daughter, and so I'm glad that's going well.
My grandparents lived in Texas for a long time, so I'm familiar with Texas. Yeah.
All right. Well, it is extra late now. Went off on about 20 more tangents.
Yes, we did.
But I think we are ready to wrap up the stream. So cheers to everyone. Have a good Saturday night. Martian poop. One more swig here. I think it has sand in it.
It might have sand. it got so windy a little bit that I think it was sand was blowing up.
It's some grittiness going on
That's,
now.
I actually had it in my teeth.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What's a
Yeah,
little
we
sand?
need to end this.
Yes. So I am saying goodbye. Retromantic out. Sir Daniel, thank you for joining me in this live stream tonight. And our friend here, who we didn't give a name, but we may have to come up with one.
Nanu.
That's already taken.
Yeah, well, that's a saying.
Well,
That's not the name.
I think we need to be more original. If you have a good name for our alien friend, leave it in the comments below this live stream. Maybe we'll use it on a future live stream.
All right, good night, everyone.
All right, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being here. It was great to see you all. And we are out. So we will see you next time. Alien Bell. That's a good one. I like that.
Okay.
Alien Bell. If you don't know, my name is Annabelle. My daughter's name is Annabelle.
I was going to say, I didn't realize
my name's not. It's taking over my brain. My daughter's name is Annabelle, so Alien Bell is kind of funny. That's a good one. All right, we're really out now. Goodbye, Sir Daniel. All right, you guys have a good night. We'll see you next time. Bye. Take me to your leader.